guys? It's Nato Ace.
So E3 2019 officially start with the Xbox Game Studio. I would say EA, but they didn't have a conference. All I had was EA Play. And the only game that I'm interested in that one is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So I'm probably going to integrate that, my reaction and thoughts on that game, to the Microsoft conference because they also show a trailer there. So on the Xbox Game Studio briefing, Microsoft, whatever you call it, I have to say it's pretty good. Some information in there, not a lot of demo, some basically just discussion there. But I can understand why, because the reason is, to some extent, is that they're going to have their own quote-unquote treehouse in the Mixer, Microsoft, on Twitch. So they're going to have those hands-on, that's what I call it, hands-on showcase, let's just say that. So that's why, if you can notice, mostly just trailer here, trailer there. A guy that I follow on Twitter basically said, really, that's all Microsoft is going to do, just trailer this, trailer that? Whatever happened to showcasing the game, demonstrating the game on the conference? Well, that's in the past. Now we have streaming. YouTube, you can do streaming. Twitch. So, like I said, on Twitch, streaming on demand, you can do enhanced on there, even more in depth. So I can understand why they're going this approach. And there's a reason why Nintendo never does a live conference ever since 2012. I'll give my thoughts about that maybe later on. So anyway, let's get to the show. What's my thoughts, my impression, my reaction to the Microsoft conference. So the first thing in my notes here, I have a notes here, is Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order. I have to say, for a game developed by people who did, well, Titanfall, first-person shooter, they're basically ex-member of the Infinity Ward developers, who basically does the Call of Duty, some of them. So for this one, it's a third-person action game. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of any generic third-person fighting action game. You jump around, beat up enemy, and then of course you get skill points. So it's no different than this one. But I want to see the story. The story's kind of interesting because it does take place the same event of Rogue One. Because not only the main character you play, who basically the guy who plays Velasquez on Gotham, he's a Jedi, or no one knows he's a Jedi. He was trying to hide his heritage or whatever because, well, if you know what happened to episode 3, all the Jedi were scattered, so he's one of them. They also showed the Forrest Whitaker character. I forgot what his character's name on Rogue One, so he made an appearance there. So that's when it takes place. It's canon to the actual Star Wars timeline, so that's the interesting part. Yeah, it does. I mean, he double jump, he uses some grappling hook, using lightsaber like a Jedi. I mean, what more can you do? So the way I see this one, the game is really good. The graphic, 60 frames per second, probably on the PC. If I have a chance, I might get this game maybe in a discount. But I may like Star Wars game, but I never really bought it at full price. I mean, I can tell this is probably better than Force Unleashed. So that one, I can't wait for that one. It does look interesting. Alright, so the next one here is Forza Horizon 4. I like the game. I have some of the Forza Horizon games. If you don't know what these are, Forza Horizon games are like the arcade racing version than the actual Forza Motorsport, which are a wannabe Gran Turismo. And the game's already out, the fourth game. However, they have a new DLC called the Lego DLC. And it's just interesting. You get to drive cars, the Lego cars. Like, they're actually Lego cars. And then there's even Lego stages. Kind of interesting about it. So, yeah, nothing much else to say. More DLC, so it's more support to the for the game itself. So, this one, I'm not really interested with the game, but I know it's very, very popular. But it's the same people who did The Witcher 3, and that's a good game. It's Cyberpunk 2017. I'm not really interested with the game, believe it or not. Sorry, I know it's good. And the best part here is that Keanu Reeves is actually going to be in the game. So Mr. Matrix guy, Bill and Ted guy, he's in the game now. It's an original video game character in Cyberpunk 2077. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, I mean, he even made an appearance in the briefing, so that's really awesome there. The only thing I'm gonna go side note here is I know this is gonna be multi-platform except for Switch. It's not powerful enough. Whatever. Again, I'm not interested about it. But this game has a lot of nudity in it because the game itself is very dark, in the futuristic, and the nudity part is basically part of the story. So with that said, is will Sony censor this? Will they tell CG Projekt, hey, you gotta not tone it down? And if they don't, and I mean, by the way, this game's not gonna come until the spring of 2020, so it's a long time, like a year, close to a year. So if they basically left unchecked on Cyberpunk 2077, then they can't tell you that there's something wrong with Sony. There's a lot of basically bias and double standard. And I know they did say it's a case-by-case basis. They're basically concerned when the game is anime-ish, lots of skin, and they look like minority because they're teenagers. That's what they're concerned about. And like, i.e., case in point, Dead or Alive Reincarnation. Then there's a double standard, and people who like this type of anime type game, whether JRPG, visual novel, whatever, including myself, we're gonna be very upset about it because now you know there's a double standard there. But we'll have to wait and see now. But yeah, the game, I say, is gonna be, of course, gonna sell well because it's the same people who did The Witcher. So the next one I want to talk about is Tales of Arise. Yes, it's the latest Tales game from Namco Bandai. Yes, it was leaked, unfortunately, and funny, but at the same time sad. It's Harada. He wasn't too happy about it because he was in charge of those. Remember, he was basically promoted to in charge of dealing with original Namco games. You know, not licensed game, not the anime games. So anyway, yeah, it looks good. The story. There's a guy with a mask, and then there's a princess, and then apparently the princess has a sword inside her, and yeah, it's interesting about it. The graphic is basically now look different than before. It's still animation, but it's more like realistic look now, like Code Vein, and it runs in Unreal Engine there. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, that one. It's gonna come out for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Of course, it's not gonna be on the Switch again, probably too powerful, because from what I heard, I don't know, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, that Switch can't run Unreal Engine as of right now. I don't know about it. And then they show the trailer of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Again, this is like their open world RPG in the set of Dragon Ball, starting with Dragon Ball Z with the Saiyan arc, probably gonna go all the way to the Tournament of Power, maybe. And what it is that you basically play the game, retelling the story of, well, the Dragon Ball Z, but it also has some new, like, original stories in it, like side story, whatever. So it'll be interesting. Again, same deal. It's gonna come out only Xbox One, PC, and Switch. Same deal. It runs in the Unreal Engine. So that's interesting. So the next one is a big one for me here, and I'm surprised. Finally, I guess Sega listened, and I'm probably gonna go along with this one. And that is Phantasy Star Online 2. Finally, Sega either finally listened to the West. It's gonna come out in North America for now because it's been out in Japan like a long time ago. So here's the backstory of what happened. I read this on the internet. Why has this game never come out outside of Japan? It was a PC game, free to play, and then it went to the PS4 for a while, even from what I heard also in the Vita, but it never came out of Japan. And time over time, Sega hesitated to release it outside of Japan. Until now. Why now? Well, my theory this one is Microsoft Xbox Studio Games basically probably funded the game. So what does that mean? It's the same case with Bayonetta and Street Fighter V, which the hardware company basically helped them fund the game to be exclusive or time exclusive to a particular console. So in the case with Phantasy Star Online 2, as of right now, Sega even said it themselves, it is Xbox One exclusive and also PC, but Windows 10, not on Steam, Windows 10. And they did say on Twitter that, yeah, we're not really saying much that's going to be on other platform. I know you guys wanted it. They can't even give a lot of information, and they are proud to say at Sega that they are well aware that people are really pissed about it because they didn't want to bring it out. They did not want to bring the game out until now because, again, my guess is that Microsoft probably funded the game because that's the reason why they couldn't bring it out before. and this is even before Sega bought Atlas, is that from what I heard, they didn't have the resource to basically localize the game. Not only just changing the text from Japanese to English, what you're gonna do? You're gonna hire the voice, and then you're gonna have to have West server for this one because, well, the title said it all, online. Planistar Online. So that's why they never brought it outside, because they didn't have the resource until now. Microsoft probably stepped in and said, if we have the money, we have the Azure technology, use that one, and then there you go. So it might say that's only exclusive to Microsoft as of right now. That's what they said. Not really so much for me, because I do have an Xbox One and I do have a powerful computer, but that's just me. What if you have only a PS4? What if you only have a Switch? Or maybe your computer's not a high end and you don't really want to buy an Xbox One or whatever, Xbox SAD, then yes, you're out of luck. Yeah, it kind of sucked there, but I guess in the case with Sega is, well, again, Microsoft's funding the game problem. That's my theory. I'm not saying it's true. Don't quote me in this one. It's my guess that Microsoft is helping them, and there you go. So for me personally, yeah, I can play it on my computer or the Xbox One. Heck, I even have the original Xbox One. I already played it because I mostly play Switch, Steam, and PS4, but that's just me. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe in the long run. Again, this game's not going to come out in spring of 2020. We have a long time. Remember, we're just in June of 2019. I did put on Twitter that it is a good idea to make this multi-platform. Option is good, but we'll have to wait and see what their deal is. There's probably more info about it throughout the week, so have patience. Yes, it kind of sucks that right now they said, yeah, it's only for Xbox One and Windows 10. So the next one I want to give my thoughts on is Gears of War 5. I have played the Gears of War game. I have to play Judgment, the prequel, and Gears of War 4. It's a Gears of War game. Right now, they didn't show any gameplay. I don't even know what the story is. It's supposed to come out in September. And then they show some new mode. There's like a horde mode. There's a new one called like a survivor type mode for Gears of War 5. Whatever it is, I wasn't really paying attention that much. But hey, Gears of War, it's not a bad game. It's actually fun. The next one is something interesting. Is Battletoads. And they went to the same approach as Street of Rage 4. So that looks good. Nothing more else to say. Very cartoony. It's going to be fun. Can't wait for that one. No release date is coming. They didn't announce any release date, so you're going to have to wait and see that one. So, and then the last part here that's basically interesting is another studio was bought by Xbox Game Studio. Because remember in 2018, Phil Spencer was announcing we bought Obsidian, we bought Ninja Theory, we bought this company, that company, because these are companies that they were basically just a developer. They needed publishers, and they do games, but sometimes they're not good. Case in Ninja Theory with DMC, the reboot Devil May Cry 5, yeah, it wasn't that good. They also did Heavenly Blades, it was an okay game. Setsuna, Hellblade, Setsuna, I heard that was good, but it was an indie game from what I heard. So, and then of course, if you know the history of Double Fine, they make good games, but they don't sell. Brutal Legend, EA published game. Broken Age. It was a Kickstarter, but there was some controversy with it. So, I mean, what else? Days of the Tentacles and Full Throttles and shoot, that one game that you play as a skeleton. Those were like point and click games, but Double Fine. Sony had to fund that, so I guess officially now, yeah, Microsoft bought them. So at this point on, I guess starting with Psychonaut 2, that's a game that they seem to be released. It could be an Xbox exclusive, and I mean, they're not that bad. I played the first Psychonaut game, couldn't really understand it. It's like a weird open world platformer. Basically what Super Mario Odyssey is, but just less fun in my opinion. Sorry. Yeah, so now the hardware, the technical part of the briefing that they talk about. One, Xbox Game Pass. They did mention this before on Twitter, but now, yes, it's not fully, well, it's not really fully operational. It's on the beta stage, but as right now of this recording, yes, Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass is on the PC, and they also introduced Xbox Ultimate Pass, which is you get the Game Pass for And here's the best part: is that if you buy the Game Pass, it's both the Xbox One and the PC. So a lot of people were wondering, is it going to be separate fees? No. So if you buy the Game Pass, it's in both either Xbox One or on the PC. Makes sense. And this Ultimate Passes, you get also 1 month of gold or 1 or 2 months. I wasn't paying attention, but there's one for $15. You get, I guess, a month of Game Pass. I'm just gonna guess that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And 1 month of, well, gold. So there you go. So before we continue, some people say, I don't get it. Why are you putting the games on PC? Why are you putting Game Pass on PC? Why are you offering games to Nintendo? Don't you want to sell your Xbox One? Do you want to buy them the Xbox One console? And the answer to that one is, at this point on, is the Xbox One, good system it may be, it just couldn't compete. I mean, they made a mistake in the beginning with 2013 with Dawn Matrix. Look at a lot of the policies they trying to force to the consumer. They didn't like it. They had a reverse 180. And when Phil Spencer had to take over, guess what happened? He had to fix all the problem, and he did it, and it was working fine. But by the time he fixed it, well, it was already too late. I mean, not a lot of people prefer Xbox. They were either going to the Switch for the portability, PS4 because of the variety of game, minus the censorship, or Steam. People go to Steam, not Epic Store, not even games for Windows, Steam. People, if they're gonna play games on PC, they go with Steam. Like myself, I'm sorry, if Steam is good. I know, it used to be bad, but now it's good. So, and at that point on, Microsoft just saying, you know what, we're cutting our losses with the Xbox One. We made a mistake. We can't do anything about it. We can't recover it. We're just giving people option. So speaking with option, and this is the final thing I'm gonna be talking about, is that yes, one of my prediction was right. Microsoft did announce Project Scarlet. Yeah, so that's not an official name. They done this before. I forgot what the project name for Xbox One X, but they kind of did this like the year before it was released. They basically said something, and then on the year that was, well, they're gonna release it always in winter. They showed what it is. So in probably Easter 2020 with Microsoft, they're probably gonna finally introduce the next, whatever the official name for Project Scarlet. So again, more powerful, loading times gonna be better. The same goes with the PS5. Mark Cerny even said the same thing. So whatever. I mean, good, more powerful console. What medium they're gonna use? Are the games gonna be good? Is Sony's gonna be still doing that Sony censorship bullshit policy? Excuse the language. Who knows? So with that also is that the first launch game for Project Scarlet is Halo Infinite. Yeah, there was a rumor that they were trying to put it on the Xbox One. It wasn't working, not even to the Xbox One X. So they said, you know what, let's just port it to the next Project Scarlet for Halo Infinite. So I don't think there's going to be like a Xbox One version for this one. So kind of suck if you're a Halo fan, and if you want to play the next Halo, you probably have to buy Project Scarlet. So there you go, my thoughts, my reaction, my opinion, my impression of the Xbox Game Studio briefing, aka Microsoft. And what score would I give it? Remember, when I said it's going to be just one score, I'm combining information and presentation. The information there was good for what it is. It did show a lot of trailer, yet doesn't have a lot of gameplay, which is trailer this, trailer that, but I think that's good enough because again, we're in the world of internet. They're probably going to showcase that on a hands-on segment. Maybe it's going to be the internet, whatever, maybe in their state of play Nintendo Direct version of Microsoft. So there's like multiple options for there, but they also offer something that's benefit to the Xbox fan. Like I said, Xbox Game Pass on PC now. People wanted that. There you go. Making the next, finally, they're saying, yeah, it's for real. It's confirmed. The next Microsoft console is on the work. Wait until 2020. It's going to come out holiday 2020. There you go. They offer some games. They actually have games for everyone to some extent. I saw it. Hey, Tales of Arise, JRPG. You got Forza Horizon 4. Now you got Legos. Kids like Legos. Battletoads. Again, for kids. people who grew up, they're nostalgic. Gears of War 5 for the for the bro shooters. Phantasy Star Online 2, Microsoft basically chipped in. If it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be probably Phantasy Star Online 2 outside of Japan. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Guess what? There you go. Another Star Wars game that's not a first-person shooter because it's made by the people who does first-person shooter. Titanfall and Apex Legend. Yeah, so they have a lot of games they offer. Heck, and this is the only one that I'm interested. They even showed more games, more indie games. Again, they brought Double Fine. So now if you're a Team Schafer fan, there you go. So the score I'm going to give here is, believe it or not, an 8 out of 10. Why 8 out of 10? Because they offer a lot of things for the gamer. For different type of gamer, it's not becoming less pro console, because that was a problem in the past. Yeah, granted only for the first part of the game, but again, they made deals, they bought studios, they basically give more option with Game Pass, Phantasy Star Online, so that's what's 8 out of 10. However, it's still the same format as before, trailer this, trailer that, and of course, with Forza Motor 4, what's the game again? I've lost it, blanking. Forza Horizon 4, there's a Lego car on the stage, which is whoopee-doo. So it's not so perfect, but it gave a lot of information there. I like it. Maybe I'll turn on my Xbox One. Maybe I'll try Game Pass on Windows. Who knows? So yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. So before I end this, one more thing. There was a rumor that Miyamoto was gonna be on the briefing. Well, that was false. Yeah, Miyamoto was there, probably watching the briefing on. Well, not on the stage, but on the audience. But yeah, so there wasn't anything about Microsoft / Nintendo partnership, collaboration, whatever. Nothing about that. I guess Miyamoto said, "Hey, look, I have enough time. I might as well watch the Microsoft briefing." There you go. So yeah, that's my impression, thoughts, reaction to Microsoft Xbox Game Studios briefing.
With that, I'll see you guys later.